Both. I'm Watanabe Shinji, Kudo Daido Shihan, and also Yuigari Karate Renshi. Today's video is the second on weapons. It's been said for a long time that practicing weapons is useful for karate, right? So how exactly is it useful? Last time we learned about the sai as an object. This time we'll look at the bo. Let's get started. Oath. As I said last time, I have never studied weapons in earnest. I only do it as supplementary training for karate. That's why I don't do many exercises. Well, not many, but only one that I'm going to show you now. I don't have a real ball on hand right now, so I'll use a barbell shaft instead. A barbell shaft is too heavy and difficult to hold properly, so it's not really good. And if you do this, please use a real ball if you can. So, how this help with karate movements? What is the source of power in karate techniques? Yes, it's centrifugal force and the shifting of the COG, center of gravity. The focus this time is on centrifugal force. Centrifugal force is generated by rotational motion, and rotational motion requires an axis of rotation. Figuring out where to create that axis of rotation is, in a sense, the secret of karate movements. In Naihanshi, the axis of rotation is the back. By creating an axis on the back and pressing weight in front of the body and swinging that weight, a centrifugal force is created that simultaneously shifts the COG. Naihanshi is a kata that very clearly explains how to use centrifugal force and the power of shifting the COG. However, as it is difficult to use in kumite. The reason is that being easy to understand also means that your movements are easily noticed by your opponent, and he is likely to be cautious. Therefore, you must hide it. This is what you learn next in Tomarisei-san, which you learn after Naihanshi, and then Pin and Nidan. In Tomarisei-san or Pin and Nidan, the axis is created in front of the body. Here is how Tomarisei-san moves. The axis is created here. It's the same with Pin and Nidan. You create an axis in front of your body and strike. Do you get it? And when you move with a bow, you will naturally learn to create an axis in front of your body. What did you think? If you find it difficult to understand, what it means to create an axis in front of your body. You can think of it like this. In tomarization, the axis is created here, and the body turns like this. And in pianino, it's here. There is an axis of rotation in this hand held out in front, and it rotated like this. Do you understand? So, the bow is used to create an axis in the front hand and to make a striking movement. While it looks like you are pulling here, because of the step, in fact, this press is hardly moving at all. What this means is that the rotational movement is taking place with this as the axis. Also, if you use a bow, the weight of the bow, especially the tip, makes it easier to get a feel for centrifugal force and the shift in your seals. That's why it's better not to use a jaw. A jaw is shorter and lighter than a bow, so it's harder to get a feel for. In any case, the premise is to perform the kata movements correctly. If the movements are not correct, there will be no connection between karate and the weapon. For example, the tsuki in tomarization is like this. The right arm is not moving. Therefore, the axis is created forward. However, if you perform a hikite, the axis of rotation will be created inside your body. This will not release the power of the tsuki and it will not connect with the movement of the bow. Similarly, in pianino, the position of the left hand must not be moved. Leave it here, move forward with accurate movement, and strike. This is the correct movement. Instead, do not leave your hand here. Move directly forward and strike with performing a hikite. This is also places the axis of rotation inside your body. So, it will not reach the power of the tsuki, and it will not connect with the movement of the bow. As I said before, original karate is based on weapons. If you have a weapon, you fight with it. Even if you are barehanded, you can fight with the same body movements as if you are holding a weapon. This is the original karate. Fighting with weapons in modern society is not very realistic. But learning how to use weapons is still effective in understanding and improving karate movements. If you are interested, please try it. Also, that's all for today's video. If you found it interesting or informative, please give it a like. I'd also love to hear your comments. The next video will be about Sanchin. Please stay tuned. Os.